Yo, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Gonna do the weekly video this morning just to get a grip of the morning gap up. We're looking at the broader pictures this week. I said that in chat yesterday. You want to focus on the trend. Um, Clearly the trend is you know, we're breaking out of a balance too. Breaking out of this balance to the upside. So we have a few destinations before our all-time highs, which are not too far away from our first destination on the downside is going to be this weekly high over here. I forget what level this is exactly. I believe this is it at 286.16. Um, but yeah, I wanted to focus on the upside today. If we look at our MACD, we are trending up. My theory is that this is going to have to pull back at some point. When that will happen, we don't know. As of now, we just got to roll with what we're looking at and what the market's giving us. We are still uptrending, so there is some room on the upside left. Maybe we do try and take out some of these upside destinations before pulling back. Um, it's going to be interesting. So this 287.52 is going to be a key support level um, from these candles here. Obviously, you can tell on the weekly chart. Above that, if you guys want to write these down, 289.11, 290.44, and 292.28, and then we take out that all-time high. Um, with that being said, if we go into the daily chart, we were breaking out of the balance, like I said. So we have some support levels on the shorter time frames. If we're looking at this, as you can see, Friday we actually rejected our first upside at 289.11. But we have some bases here for support levels. One support here at 287.52, like I just talked about, 2 days, and then we have a key support level here where old resistance becomes new support. So you can see this level 286.16. And then, below that, you have another base support level at 285.17. And it just keeps going. So right now, we do have some bases of support. So either we're going to pull back, test these, and, build another base before heading higher. I think that'll be healthy for the market. A little consolidation, support test. That's never a bad sign. As you can see from our Bollinger Bands, we are starting to break out to the upside. We are above our 13 EMA. We reclaimed it last week. And like I said, that was a clear entry signal. A little choppy at that, but we did claim it, and a nice push off of it, about almost 10 points on the SPY. That 13 EMA is very key. So the game plan on the SPY isn't necessarily to intraday trade it. We'll go to the 5-minute chart. It's been a little choppy. Very choppy, actually. In that case, we're more or less in swing mode, unless our levels start to get violated and we can, look for some momentum to come in. If these areas start to give away, or we're really starting to see a catalyst appear in the market and volatility comes back. As of now, though, I want to focus on our other setups. I will always be looking at the SPY, but I think there are better areas for swing trading elsewhere in the market. So I'm going to go over to Bank of America. I'm going to pull up the weekly chart. Right now we're kind of breaking out. We did pull back to test that support, and that was an entry signal down here at 26.73 support. We were trading that last 2 weeks ago, and even last week as well. On Monday, we traded, and then I think I grabbed a nice trade on Bank of America. I sold some of my shares on Friday as well, so I captured this whole move from this level up to this resistance here at the 28.60 level. My opinion on Bank of America and the banks in general is more or less requiring patience. I want to see what the numbers look like in the earnings. We have a nice support level here, at 28.62, clearly off the weekly chart, pretty impacted. So what I'm looking for is a pullback at some point and to test this level on the weekly chart. Now, if this does hold, we have room to migrate back up here to the top of this balance at around the 28.65 range. Now that gives you about a point to make on a Bank of America. The options are fairly cheap and the stock price is cheap. That's a nice window of opportunity. If that breaks, and this support doesn't hold, we have another support down here at 27.87, also off the weekly chart. This is going to be an interesting level to watch. Given the fact also that our EMA is going to be pulling up, our middle Bollinger Bands down in that area as well. So we're going to have to see. The MACD cooled off a bit on the weekly. On the daily, we were breaking out. So I think a healthy pullback to this level might be sufficient for us to enter this stock. Pending the earnings, obviously, we're not going to trade before the earnings, but I want to look at this to see, does this EMA also pull up as well, right to our support level? Is that going to be another support? If you have a price support and then indicator support, it might be a high reward trade setup. So we're going to keep an eye on that. I'm also looking at NVIDIA also for pullback as you go to the weekly, breaking out of this balance to the upside. If you look just real quick, we have a lot of room on the upside here on the video. Next real target is around here at 203, but I want to look for a pullback on the daily or to this weekly high at about 185. That's going to be my key level. This weekly chart is overextended as well. We are in breakout mode, as you can see here. The upper Bollinger Band is starting to open up. The EMA is curling up as well. You could really see how powerful this EMA is. You could be short the entire time as we're below it. And as it starts to flatten out, look for a breakout. As you can see here, we had a nice squeeze through this level and a nice pop. So I'm looking for the pullback here on the video. If we do get one, there is a nice base support level here, that 185 area. If that holds, like I said, we can start eating away into this range up here into the 200s, which provides some nice opportunity. The options aren't as liquid. The spreads can be a little tough sometimes, but I'm comfortable taking shares on this to give myself a better window of opportunity. It depends on what the options are looking like, but that's all up to you guys and your preference of trading. But definitely keep NVIDIA on watch as well. One more for the week. We have Netflix. Another consolidation. We'll go to the weekly chart. A consolidation here at the 353.50 level. This is an important resistance. Well, it was a support. It still is a support. It's regaining and holding this level on the weekly chart. It's kind of been stalling out. We're pulling back on the MACD, so I want to see, is this going to continue to hold? Because if it does, we have room to test, the top of this balance here, which is around 370, which is also, almost, 16, 17 points. Just off a week. If you could capture that on a stock like Netflix, that'd be great. And obviously, we know our out if this level breaks. We have our 13 EMA right in the same area as well, so it's going to be something to watch. Definitely on Netflix. If we break this level here and we come back down to test the bottom Bollinger Band, what we're going to need to see is confirmation on holding this, keeping the sideways trend, and holding our support, and then look for a squeeze back up above our middle levels. So with that being said, we know our plan. I personally like Bank of America and NVIDIA better than Netflix, just because Netflix is trading sideways. But if Netflix decides to open up in a new trend, we'll be ready for it. That's why I just want to keep your guys' eyes on it, so we're prepared. So Bank of America, NVIDIA, Netflix, and the SPY, of course. So all setups that can be very profitable trading throughout this week and maybe even the coming weeks. Keep in mind that the financials are reporting earnings this week, so I'll be in touch with you guys in chat. Keep it real. Let's trade smart, make some money. I'll talk to you guys later.